Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no. I think I'll wake up eventually. It's only like 8:35 a.m. in the morning, and I prioritize each and every one of you before I do anything. The first thing I do every morning after I get off night shift, hunting vampires is never easy. I record a video for each and every one of you with my thoughts on Descendants and or zombies in it, and that means that you mean so much to me. You guys are unbelievable, incredibly supportive, the best niche that I could have ever fallen in love with. Thank you so much for just being here. Everything I do is for each and every one of you. The YouTube set you see behind you, the $500 camera, the way the videos are edited and produced and upload. Everything that I do is for each and every one of you, and I don't ever regret it. I think this is the most fun that I've ever had in my entire life. This is the most fun that I've had in my entire life. I really miss Ruby Rose Turner, for those of you who are newly subscribed to this YouTube channel, and you will get to know me for being the biggest Ruby Rose Turner fan ever. She's incredibly kind, is she not? I love her so much. She inspired me to become a better person. She's inspired me to start lifting weights again, because Ruby was such a beautiful person who was incredibly strong. She cared at one point in her life what everybody thought of her, and then at one point or another in her life, she stopped caring about what other people thought of her and just aspired to become a stronger person. And that's why I think I'm going to start working out again, doing push-ups every night and stuff because of Ruby. What do you guys think? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, let me know if you think I should start packing on some muscle to get in shape for Descendants. Descendants 5 is looking really cool. The Kingdom Cup games, the story, the way the plot could unfold with Pink and Red. Red's getting a sister in this one, and I'm really excited to see what kind of confliction we will encounter between Red and Pink. We have never seen this before. We saw a friendship quarrel in the first Rise of Red movie between Red and Chloe. And the interesting thing is a lot of people were anticipating that Red and Chloe were going to get together and fall in love for the Descendants franchise. What you've got to think about, though, is the age demographic that this is attracting. I don't think they will go as far as that, but then again, anything is possible with the Descendants franchise with how popular it is. Given the popularity of it, I wouldn't hold anything back for having a chance of happening in the Descendants franchise. Kind of like how yours truly, Jonathan Clarke, could see his introduction into the Descendants franchise as the love interest of Red. That would be amazing. I'm wearing the colors of Chloe Charming, though, this morning. Did you notice the blue sweater? I think I could one-up any prince who's ever had the honor of having a role given to him in the Descendants franchise. What do you guys think? Hit the subscribe button. I have loved Descendants for the better part of 10 years as we rapidly approach the 10th anniversary of Descendants. That is going to be a fabulous day on this YouTube channel because then I get a chance to talk about the flashback moments from Descendants, how Dove Cameron portrayed the character Mal, how she came back to reprise her role for 3 Descendants movies, the friendship between Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson, the memory of Cameron Boyce. It will all be thrown into a huge Descendants 10th anniversary video uploaded on this YouTube channel. And I don't know about you guys, but I am really excited about the 10th anniversary of Descendants, because if not for the 10 years that Descendants has given us, a miraculous 10 years, we would have never gotten to the point where we would have seen people like Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner donning the roles of Bridget and Red, and of course Mila Baker donning the role of Chloe Charming. I have been a fan of Kylie Cantrell for forever. I don't agree with a lot of people's opinions about Kylie Cantrell because I think Kylie Cantrell's political point of view, her opinions on life need to be left out of the conversation. I thought she was incredibly beautiful. I thought she was incredibly fearless. I think Kylie Cantrell has done an unbelievable job after having the torch passed from her to her by Dove Cameron. Absolutely fabulous. She is somebody who I can never seem to get enough of or never stop saying enough good things about. She is an incredible singer, an incredible actress, and I just think that a lot of people are really coming down hard on Kylie Cantrell for a lot of reasons that she doesn't need to have to become down upon. She's still trying to figure out her own life. She's still trying to make sense of her life. And the same thing can be said about Ruby. The thing about Ruby is that really gets me every single time is that Ruby is incredibly kind. And I will say this again later on today on my podcast. I can never say enough good things about Ruby. So if you girls are looking for somebody to say something nice about your favorite Descendant stars, I think you want to keep it locked on this YouTube channel. I don't think you're going to want to go anywhere else, because I love the Descendant stars just as much as each and every one of you. There is just something about how a little girl sees herself through the eyes of Bridget, sees herself through the eyes of Red, sees herself through the eyes of Chloe, has seen herself through the eyes of Nell, and has seen herself through the eyes of Evie. I don't see anything wrong with that. I just feel as if there are a lot of people on YouTube who are really bringing down your hopes and trying to put a damper on your hopes for the future of Descendants. There are fans of this franchise who were once fans who have turned their back on the franchise and are saying they need to stop making Descendants movies. I know because I've read it in the comments. I think we are far from having seen this story see its completion. Because you can't tell a story in just 90 minutes. You can't tell me that you can tell a story in just 90 minutes and have completed it, because you really can't. There is so much of an opportunity to create with this. There is so much of an opportunity to introduce a lot of unpredictable angles into this, how the plot could unfold, and with the Kingdom Cup games in Descendants 5, oh, God knows how many characters we're going to see their introduction into this franchise. We have the nephews of Smee, characters from Encanto, characters from Princess and the Frog. There are so many ways we could go with this, and there are so many chapters that have yet to be written in the Descendants franchise, and what could be done for a year of PR for Descendants is unbelievable, and it blows my mind. I just wish I could have been a part of the year of PR for this one. I could have been one of the guys interviewing the Descendants cast, because I would ask them questions they have never been asked before. I would be able to promote this in a way that it was never promoted before, and I think I could really bring this one to life as a really creative energy and really present a cool vibe for this. And I think that's really something that the Descendants franchise has gotten a lot of credit for over the years, if anything, is that it really presents a cool vibe, and it's a very different vibe from anything that we've ever seen for a Disney franchise. And I'm talking about High School Musical, Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, whatever, from whatever generation. This is a really cool vibe, and I love it so much. I really do. I can't seem to get enough of the Descendants songs. The soundtracks are absolutely fabulous, and you can go all the way back to Descendants 2, which is one of my favorite soundtracks for a Descendants movie, because you had Chillin' Like a Villain, you had Space Between, you had You and Me, you had so many great songs, and then after Descendants 2, the music just kept getting better and better and better and better. By Descendants, The Rise of Red, we had Life is Sweeter When You Are, we had Fight of Our Lives, we had Get Your Hands Dirty. Very few songs from the original soundtracks, but they were great songs, and they were songs that instantly got stuck in the back of your head. And these songs like Life is Sweeter When You Are, I just got done listening to the song this morning when I woke up because I couldn't get up. I was literally tired, and that song woke me up. It was a blast from the past, mind you, about a year ago, but I love that song so much. And I think Ruby is just an unbelievable person. She is so kind. She is so beautiful, incredibly talented. I just wish she was here to help me make sense of life, because a lot of the time I can't make sense of life. Let me put it to you this way. I think girls are the smartest people in the world, and they are never given enough credit for how smart they actually are. Take girls out of the world and leave the world full of guys, and the world will just be filled with idiots that can't make sense of anything. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to talk about. You girls are the reason why we exist in this world, and you help us make everything make sense. And for that, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for being beautiful every day of your life, even though you don't think that you are sometimes. I want to say thank you for helping us make sense of our own lives, which you probably don't think that you do all the time, but you really do. And I just want to say thank you for just being here, because the thought of just knowing that you are here is a wonderful feeling. And I know that a lot of guys don't say that to you or go out of their way to say that to you, but just knowing that you're here is a wonderful feeling, and it makes the world feel just that much more safer with you being in it, because you help me make everything make sense. While I can't speak for every guy, because they feel differently about a lot of things and a lot of situations, and or you help me make sense of everything, and I don't know what I would do without each and every one of you. Thank you so much for just being here and being in the world and existing, because you are wonderful people. And for the life of me, I don't know why people could get away with treating Kylie Contrell the way that they did. I know she had a boyfriend. He was very abusive. He was very cruel towards her. And I want Kylie to know that I love her so much, and she didn't do anything wrong in this relationship she just got out of, or any relationship she's been involved with in the past. Same thing can be said about Dove Cameron. I don't believe Dove Cameron did anything wrong. I know Dove Cameron's opinions and views are very different from any other Descendant star or any other Disney Channel star. I know Dove Cameron being very bubbly and very butterfly-like for the Disney Channel was very different. It was very irritable for Dove Cameron, but I know inside of Dove Cameron's heart she was an unbelievably fabulous person. She was so kind. She was a joy to be around for a lot of people. She brought the best out of herself and everybody she had the opportunity to work with. And she's going to be missed, no matter if she's closed the book on Descendants or not. I think that she was a very valuable asset to this franchise, and she was a very valuable asset to every person's life because she did help people make sense of their situations and or circumstances. She was incredibly beautiful. She was beyond talented, and she was my reason for waking up every morning, just as Kylie Contrell and Ruby Rose Turner have become my reason for waking up every morning. Just because, people feel the way they do about Dove Cameron, saying they quit on her career. I think we're really jumping to conclusions about Dove Cameron. Dove Cameron had her reasons for taking a step back. She's back now with songs like Too Much and Part 2 of her album Alchemical from 2022, and it is doing fabulous on the charts, miraculously, bouncing up there, going up the Billboard charts all the time. I have a lot of credit for people like Dove Cameron. I have a lot of respect for people like Dove Cameron who have been through everything. That relationship with Ryan McCartan, it was ridiculous. It was all about Ryan. The band, The Girl and the Dreamcatcher, was all about Ryan. Everything from the band they had that was very short-lived to the image that they had to convey. I don't know how you girls do it. I honestly don't know how you do it. Being with a guy and prioritizing him over yourself. I honestly don't know how you do that, and I have so much respect for each and every single one of you who put the guy before you put yourself before anything. I honestly don't know how you do it. You get up every morning, you spend hours just to make yourself look beautiful, then you go to work, you go to school, you spend your day trying to make somebody seem more important than yourself, and you forget about yourself. Sometimes girls do put themselves before other guys and other people in their lives, but I just don't know how you do that. I honestly don't, because you are the key to my existence. I'm going to have 15 million girls hitting the subscribe button on my YouTube channel if I don't shut up. But I'll be quiet now. But I wouldn't be surprised if I do have 15 million girls hitting the subscribe button because of this. It's just my opinion. And I just think that girls are treated unfairly a lot of the time. I'm an advocate for women's rights. I believe that women don't deserve to be treated the way that they are, looked at the way that they are, put down on a lower level of the ladder than what they are, because they are fearless, they are stronger. And I like to believe that I am living in a world now where girls are stronger and they don't take no for an answer. They take no shit. And it's just a nice feeling to know that girls are standing up for themselves more now and not, sitting down and being quiet all the time, because they help me make sense of life. They really do. When I don't know what to do or how to go about doing something every day of my life, I think to myself, there's some girl out there watching these videos who love my voice, who loves these videos, and they know what to do. So that's why I sit in front of this podcast microphone and I ask you what to do with my life, because you help me make sense of it, and thank you so much for having done that. I guess girls that I were with in relationships didn't like the idea that I used to play Sonic the Hedgehog all the time, or Final Fantasy, or Crash Bandicoot, or Spyro the Dragon. I mean, what girl out there doesn't love to play Spyro the Dragon, I used to think in my mind, or Crash Bandicoot? But I guess obviously there are girls out there that would prioritize a guy who goes to the gym and lifts weights over a guy who plays Sonic the Hedgehog all the time, or who loves Descendants. I obviously went in a lot of relationships with a lot of girls who had daughters who loved Descendants so much. I used to prioritize sitting down watching Descendants with them over everything else happening around me. And that chance to do that, I took myself up to the opportunity and that chance to do that every single time, because I knew how much Descendants meant to them. I know how much Descendants means to each and every one of you, and because I know how much Descendants means to each and every one of you, I promise you I will forever and always be a sweetheart, and I will forever and always be here for each and every one of you to talk about Descendants and Zombies, because you have deserved that for far long enough now on YouTube. These critics, they really piss me off, because these critics don't know how to talk about Descendants. I don't believe they know the first thing about Descendants. They just watch probably the first half hour of the movie, and they put together a review that makes no sense. But take it from my heart to yours, from one heart to another. I've loved Bridget for forever. I've loved Kylie Contrell for forever, her character Red. I have loved Duff Cameron, her character Mal, for forever. I think I love Kylie Contrell more now than I ever have Duff Cameron, because of how she's done such a fabulous job after having the torch passed from Duff Cameron to her. And now we've seen the torch passed in the Zombies franchise from Mick Donnelly and Milo Manheim to Malachi Burton and Freya Skye, who at just 15 years old is doing a fabulous job, and I think she's going to go on to be a fabulous asset to the Zombies franchise, and I'm really excited about that. Zombies still has a long way to go. They're saying mermaids could be seen in the franchise by the time we get to Zombies 5. That's a few years away from happening, a while yet, but who's to say we won't get to the part of the franchise where we will see mermaids in the franchise, and Jonathan Clarke will have the chance to finally blow the bejesus out of a shark. And for that, I have simply this to say. Oh, yeah. And of course, thank you for having made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies. You girls are saying, Jonathan Clarke, man, you have a really hot voice. Thank you. I've been involved in radio for a very long time. Longer than many of you probably have been alive, perhaps. I started podcasting in 1999 for syndicated and independently produced radio, and then I moved from radio into YouTube by 2009. I had been around a very long time. So that means that I have been a part of every aspect of the Disney Revolution, and what the Disney Revolution is, of course, for those of you who don't know, are different chapters of the Disney Channel metamorphosis, going from, traditional animation, from shows like The House of Mouse, Aladdin, and the Little Mermaid TV series, to shows like Hannah Montana and Wizards, from Hannah Montana and Wizards to movies like High School Musical, and from movies like High School Musical to where we are now, in present day Wonderland, if you would, with Descendants, The Rise of Red, and Descendants 5, Wicked Wonderland, which is a title that I really love, and I'm really excited to see where we go from here. And thank you so much if you do think that I have a really cute voice. Thank you so much. I love Descendants, and I love creating these videos for each and every one of you. I'm not going to lie to you. I have loved creating these videos for each and every one of you for what feels like forever. I know I have crazy aspirations and dreams of wanting to propose to Ruby Rose Turner at Taco Bell through the drive-thru. Dancing to Life is Sweeter with You Are. I'm seriously thinking about hooking up reciprocal lights in my kitchen so Ruby can come live with me and dance on top of my kitchen counter while baking cookies and pies. I can't live without Ruby. I honestly can't. And you guys are saying to yourself, God, this guy is really sweet. I know. There is nobody else on YouTube that is this sweet. In all honesty, there is nobody else on YouTube who would sit down, who is a guy, and talk about Descendants and Zombies for each and every one of you like I do. With me, what you see is what you get. And it is a huge honor and a chance for me to get to know all of you, to share in the same passion that has brought us all together. And I love it so much. I really do love it so much. I can't think of doing anything else this morning than sitting in front of this podcast microphone and talking about Descendants and Zombies the way that I have for each and every one of you. When I felt like I had nobody in this world, I knew I had each and every one of you. And for at least 95% of my life, I felt like I had nobody who would ever listen to me, who never loved Disney as much as what I did, who never believed that Happily Ever After did exist, who never believed in being referred to as her favorite princess and called the name of her favorite princess. There's just something about a girl not wanting to be her favorite princess that really drives me crazy sometimes. And I know there are girls out there that have Disney princesses really getting on their last nerve. But for every girl who has a Disney princess getting on their last nerve, there is a girl out there who just wants to be called the name of her favorite princess who she grew up idolizing. And I just wanted to create something special for each and every one of you so that you knew that Happily Ever After did exist, had a chance at least of existing, and that you would find your true love because he is out there. I know that guys are real idiots, but he is out there. He really is. You're saying to yourself, hey, Jonathan Clarke, are you single? Yeah, I have been for a very long time. But, yeah, besides, oh my God, I'm going to have like 15 subscribers at least for this one video. You're saying to yourself, 15 subscribers, 15 million. Keep talking. Oh, I'm not even awake. Hey, Google, what time is it?
It's 8:57 a.m.
Oh my God, 8:57 a.m. And I haven't even been to the bank yet. You're saying to yourself, what are you buying for your YouTube channel now? I'm thinking of buying a life-size Stitch. He's going to cost me a couple of $100. I don't even know where I'm going to put him. Probably I'm going to take all these stuffies and then put them in front of him, and he's going to be the size of the wall, but we haven't got to tell anybody that. You're saying to yourself, yeah, I'm subscribing to you. I'm subscribing to you like right now. I'm hitting your subscribe button now. Well, in all honesty, thank you seriously for being here. Did I put the garbage out this morning? There's a garbage truck outside my window, I think. Thank you so much for just being here and being a part of my life. You're saying to yourself, hey, Jonathan Clarke, tell us more about your life. What do you do? Well, I was a pro wrestler for like, I don't know, 20 years. Covered it as a journalist, and then, stuff went wrong. Stuff happened. I got fired, and then I'm here, sitting here. I got let go, and now I'm sitting at home talking about Descendants and Zombies because I think it's the coolest franchise ever. And you're saying to me, hey, Jonathan Clarke, I like your shirt. It's blue. I know. I know. Yeah. Does anyone know the cure for an itchy nose? Oh, my God. It's, I wake up in the morning and I got itchy nose. I don't know why. Oh, my. Yeah, so I spent a lot of money on these stuffies and everything because I'm hoping that Ruby loves stuffies and she can have my Dumbo, honestly. I think Ruby is the sweetest person ever. She's my favorite Descendants character of all time. It started with me with Dove Cameron, like it did perhaps for many of you, and then I saw how Ryan was treating Dove Cameron, and it broke my heart, and I wanted to create videos to kick Ryan's ass, and one thing led to another. Ryan got really pissed off, quit his YouTube show, and everything. But at least we won. At least we won. And I'm still making videos on YouTube. I haven't heard from Ryan in years. At least a year he hasn't uploaded the video, so at least this YouTube channel was chosen over Ryan's. And I have each and every one of you to thank for that. Really do. Yeah, I don't know. I was raised the right way, and my parents raised me to treat a girl with respect. And when I saw Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner being treated the way that they were, how Dove Cameron was being treated years ago, it broke my heart. I couldn't sleep. When I found out Ruby wasn't going to be a part of Descendants 5, I couldn't sleep. I thought that there were millions of Descendants fans who deserved better. Ruby's time was really short-lived with the Descendants franchise, and yeah, it really broke my heart. I wish there were more Descendants fans out there that could help us make sense of this franchise, like all of us, but at least we are together. And if we're in a ship that's going to sink and we're all going to die, there is no better niche I would want to die with. Thank you guys so much for just being a part of my life and my very existence, because I don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. I love making videos dedicated to Ruby Rose Turner. Ruby, I want you to know that in this life you didn't do anything wrong. Kylie, I want you to know that in this life you didn't do anything wrong. Just because he can't see you for who you are and your worth does not mean that you are an extraordinary special person in this life, because to me you are incredibly beautiful, you are beyond talented, and if Kylie sees these videos, she is coming for me. She's going to say, boyfriend, what's his name, forget all about him, and I am really screwed. But Kylie is going to be crushing on these videos. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for all the love and support that you have given this YouTube channel, because I could just be some guy uploading videos that weren't getting any subscribers, any likes, but I am, because of each and every one of you. I may not be a guy who goes to the gym and lifts 200 pounds or wrestles anymore professionally, but at least you guys got me, and I'm talking about Descendants and Zombies, and I do believe that the very important thing I want you to take away from these videos is I do believe in a chance of anything happening in this lifetime. And I've never wanted to take the hope or dreams away from anyone when it comes to happily ever after existing, you finding your true love, because it can happen for you. Because somewhere in the constellation every night of stars that we all look at, because we look at the same stars in the same constellations, you may have to look a little bit harder to find it than others. But the words I love you are written in the constellation, and all you have to do is look harder sometimes to find it every single night. everything is going to be okay because life is sweeter when all of us are, and we can be sweeter together. And I'm very thankful that each and every one of you are here. So with that being said, what do you say we watch this Descendants interview with the cast? I love seeing them together. I love seeing them have fun. And this is the perfect opportunity to do that as you hit my subscribe button, because I am the sweetest dude ever to create a Descendants video. Oh boy.
Music knowledge as a group.
Incredible.
I actually feel so strong about this.
We're going everywhere from classic Disney movie songs to Disney Channel. We're even throwing in some former Disney stars' songs that may be popular today. Okay.
I could have picked a group of people to do this with. It would be all.
Do you have any estimates on how many you're going to get?
100. 101.
Any realistic guesses?
Any realistic guesses? She said, I'm gonna say we're gonna get 60.
I'm gonna do like a good 50.
A good 60
I feel
like 40. Yeah. 40 will be.
Oh, let's get lower.
Say 10 minutes on the clock. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
3, 2, 1.
I just can't wait to be king. Soaring, flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach.
All right, next one.
Be our guest, put our service to the test. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the is quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always have it nauseous. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Lower, next.
So, as you can tell, I haven't even finished my cup of tea this morning. I usually have a cup of tea before I record these videos, and I love to have a cup of tea in the nighttime, so... When I heard that they were bringing Alice in Wonderland characters into the Descendants franchise, I was incredibly excited about that, because I used to love drinking tea when I was a child, and tea has followed me my entire life. And you're saying to yourself, hey, Jonathan Clarke, I love the way you tell stories about Descendants and zombies. I think you have the best Descendants and Zombies themed YouTube channel on the internet, and I am going to subscribe to you right now. Well, if you are saying that, thank you so much. Because you could be just subscribing to somebody really stupid on YouTube. And I don't want that for you. Because they don't care about Descendants and Zombies like this guy does. This guy is incredibly sweet. He creates amazing Descendants and Zombies videos for each and every one of you. He fills his room up with stuffies and 3 extra posters than Kylie Control's X-Man, because I've one-upped him. Woo! And if Kylie sees these videos, I don't know, Kylie's going to be really crushing on this dude with a Sonic. Where is Ruby? Ruby helps me make sense of everything. You guys help me make sense of everything. I don't know what I'm doing. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for finding my videos, watching my videos, having a whole lot of fun watching the videos. Thank you so much for giving me incentive to create these Descendants and Zombies videos, because as far as I'm concerned, this is the best niche that any podcaster could ever have the opportunity and or the chance to have fallen in love with. Thank you so much. And I love creating these videos for each and every one of you. So we will do this again in a couple of hours. When, I don't know. But I will be back at some point today, and I will be back sometime tonight. So watch for those videos to drop in the archives of this YouTube channel, because how it goes is life is sweeter when all of us are, and we can be sweeter together. So let's go spread some kindness. Spread kindness your own way, because that is the best way to do it, because there's never enough kindness seen in this world. Thank you so much for having watched this video. I love you all so much. Bye, YouTube. We will do this again in just a couple of hours. I have never been more excited. This is a huge honor to have been the voice of Descendants and Zombies.